For a lot of people, one of the hardest things about figuring out how to do slope is actually figuring out where to start. So we're going to start with the three basic formulas. You have slope, which is equal to y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. Your next one is point slope, which is y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. And last is slope-intercept, which is y equals mx plus b. Most of the time the b is a lowercase b, but in this case I'm going to make it capital and make it easier to see. And remember that m represents your slope. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to show a couple of problems, and then I'm going to show the formulas that you would use and how you would think about these problems. They all won't be all the way worked out, but it'll give you a taste of what you actually need to do. So we're going to start when to use each formula. Graph the line with a slope of -3/4 passing through the point 12, 0. The first thing that you're going to do then is start by using the point slope form. Remember, point slope is y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. So we're going to start with y minus, and what was our y1? Up top we had an x and a y, which I labeled. X was 12, y was 0. So y minus 0 equals m. M's the same thing as slope, which we had in the problem of -3/4 times x minus x1. x1 in the formula, or excuse me, in the problem was 12. So y minus 0 equals -3/4, and then x plus 9. How I got that was I did -3/4 times x, and then -3/4 times -12. So y minus 0 equals -3/4 x plus 9. I add 0 to each side. You don't need to do that, but you'll need to get in the habit of moving from side to side. And that gives us y equals -3/4 x plus 9. Notice y equals -3/4 x plus 9 is in the format of y equals mx plus b. This is going to be your ending format for almost every single problem that you'll do. This is the end formula, y equals mx plus b. Judging by the last problem, it was y equals -3/4 x plus 9. Now let's do another problem. This one's not all the way worked out. I just want you to see what it would look like. Find an equation of the line with the given points of 4, 5, and -8, 2. Notice I labeled x1, y1, and x2, y2. So the first thing we're going to do is start by finding the slope. So remember slope formulas, y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. So I plugged in my y2 minus y1, so 2 minus 5 over x2 minus x1, which is -8 minus 4. So 2 minus 5 gave me -3 divided by -12, which just become 1/4. Remember, negative divided by negative is positive. After you find the slope, since you're trying to find an equation of the line, you have to use the point slope form. So you use point slope, which is y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. Notice I've got this wrote out as y minus parentheses equals 1/4 times x minus parentheses, and then I close my final parentheses. I picked that little nugget up off of the talking hand from other videos. The parentheses helps you keep things organized. So whenever you plug in, this became y minus 5 equals 1/4, our slope, also known as m, times x minus 4. I'm not going to work the rest of that problem. I believe that you can do that from here. But the final format it's going to look like is good old y equals mx plus b. Next problem. Use the slope-intercept form of the linear equation to write the equation of the line with slope equals 4 and y-intercept equals 0, 2. Notice you're given your slope and your y-intercept. That's all that you need to do this problem. You immediately go to your slope-intercept form, which is y equals mx plus b. Remember, m is your slope, in this case 4, and b is your y-intercept, which is 0, 2. So y equals 4x plus 2. Last one. Let's say you have write the equation of the line with slope 2 and containing the point -3, -4 in slope-intercept form. Notice -3, -4 I labeled as x and y. So it's x1 and y1. Next thing we're going to do is start this off by using point slope. Because we were already given the slope as 2, we can go to point slope. So y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. So I have y minus negative 4 equals 2, which is your m, times x minus negative 3, which whenever you remember negative times negative is positive, you have y plus 4 equals 2 times x plus 3. And then you'll finish working that out, and you'll end with the format of y equals mx plus b. The main things to remember are, if you're given 2 sets of points and that's all, you have to find the slope, and then you immediately go to point slope, and you'll end with the slope-intercept format. If you're given a point plus your slope, you immediately go to point slope form. You use that, then you go to y equals mx plus b. And if you're given your slope and your y-intercept, you can automatically go to the format y equals mx plus b.